Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. We're not going to be doing any crafting today. Today we're going to be celebrating Christmas, and I thought it would be fun to take you with us on our trip that we just took a week ago to St. Maarten, an island in the Caribbean that's half French and half Dutch. It's a lovely island, and I thought it would be fun to take you with us on our weekly adventure. Thanks so much for everything that you've done for us this year. We've really enjoyed this year on YouTube and hope you'll enjoy this little trip with us. Thanks so much for watching. This is one of Rich's and my favorite places on the island. It's called the Butterfly Farm. I think you can figure out why. They have all kinds of butterflies from all over the world. I'll show you more butterflies over here. They're everywhere. It's so much fun. It's like what I think heaven would look like. Butterflies everywhere. This is one of my favorite kinds. Green. Green on green. It's just so beautiful. Aren't they great? So many of them. I never knew that butterflies will only mate on certain flowers that they have to find, and they will only eat the certain flowers that they like. Isn't that one beautiful? It was like he was showing off for us. I love that green one. This is on the French side of the island, so you'll probably hear a lot of French. Blue morphs in the background hanging on the wall. Trying to get the other blue morph. That's a blue morph that's closed. The blue morph, he must be not doing well because butterflies only live for 14 days and blue morphs rarely let you see them with their wings open like that. This is the beach at Orient. It is, in my opinion, the most beautiful beach, the most beautiful water in the Caribbean. That blue is unbelievably blue. You can sit and watch this forever. It's so pretty. Half this beach is clothing optional, and the other half is not. St. Maarten is divided into two parts. It's half French and half Dutch, and it's 37 miles around with 37 beaches. So you can imagine if this is just one, what the other 36 look like. We love it here, and we come often, as often as we can. This year we're here for Rich's birthday. There's some really cool things that happen at this beach. There's a man that brings bread and feeds fish, and these little white fish will gather all around him and jump out of the water. It's amazing to see. I'm hoping that while we're here, we'll get a chance to swim to it so I can get it on video. Of course, there's shopping. There's always shopping, and there's a lot of great restaurants right on the beach. We love it here. This is on the French side of the island. There are 37 miles of St. Maarten, and there are 37 beaches. All pretty similar, but this one, I think, is the bluest. Well, today is Rich's birthday, and this is our pool. Can you see there's not a living soul at the pool? Is that the weirdest thing you've ever seen? It's so great, though, because now it's like our own private oasis. And this is one of those pools. It's like, I don't know, maybe a foot deep, so you can just lay in it, and then the bigger pool is down below. The beach is off in the distance, I don't know, 50 feet further. But I just want to show you this sky. Our forecast has been for rain 50% every day this week. That's their idea of 50% forecast of rain. It's painful, I know, but somebody's got to endure it, right? Love it when these birds take a bath. This is the pool by our hotel, and every afternoon when the sun's going down, the birds come over and have a little bath in the pool. I just think it's so fun. We were at our pool last year, or the year before, a couple years ago, and a huge iguana came up and just walked across in front of us. I've never seen anything like it. So now we're just watching this bird have its little bath, and I thought you'd get a kick out of it. I love to watch things like this. That was the end of his pool experience. So that's what it looks like on a 50% rainy day. No rain in sight. It's been lovely. This is near sunset on St. Martin. St. Martin's known for having a lot of timeshares, plus, more importantly, it's a haven for a lot of yachts. That blue one right there is lovely. I'm going to zoom in on that one so you get a better look at it. That's some kind of boat, isn't it? Then that white strip that's kind of in the background is the new causeway that they built to connect the French and the Dutch sides of the island. Used to be there was only one way to get around the island, and it was very, very log jammed with cars at special times of the day, especially when the drawbridge was up. And the drawbridge is kind of right where I'm pointing the camera. You can't see it right now because it's down, but when it's up to let the the yachts go in and out, it makes it so that all traffic is stopped, and it's very, very frustrating when you're stuck in that traffic. The other thing that's great about St. Martin is it's really beautifully mountainous, so you get all these really nice mountains if you're a climber, a hiker. There's a lot of things to do in hiking, but of course I'm not. I'm just here for the fun. Is Great Bay that we're facing. We're in the town of Phillipsburg, and it's the big jewel capital of where all the cruise ships dock, and it's a really lovely place. There are a lot of things to do here, and look at that little fella. Isn't he cute? There are a lot of dogs, a lot of strays. It's really sad, but it is a really nice place to visit, and I hope if you get a chance, you come here. It's really rare that there are so few people here and so few ships in port. Actually, there are no ships in port today, and there are always at least 2 or 3, usually on a busy day 5 or 6 big cruise ships, so it's crazy busy. It's so nice to be here when it's not, though. This is the downtown wharf where most of the cruise ships drop their people off. This is Rich trying to run away from the camera and hide behind a tree. Sneaky. And then this is their downtown. Now that in the distance is their courthouse. It's really lovely. I'll go closer to it in a second. I just wanted to show you kind of the walkway. It's lined with these beautiful big palm trees. So pretty. Courthouse. So pretty. There's the sign. So it's almost nightfall, but I figured I would show you my last moments in Phillipsburg for the day. And I know I'm wobbling the camera, but this is brand new to the island. Really cute fountain. I don't even know if you can see the fountain. It shoots up. There, now you can see it. Isn't it pretty? And then, of course, the beach is in the background. Back to the tree. It's a cute one. Of course, this video has nothing to do with craft, but everything to do with Christmas. Is the monument between French St. Martin, which is French owned, there's the monument. And then that is the Dutch side. So where the road changes colors right here is where there is one country on one side and one on the other. So right now my feet are in France and the Dutch owned St. Maarten, which is now actually owned by the country of St. Maarten. So that's my story. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. This is one of the most scenic points in the island, and everybody comes here their very first time just to get photos of, well, you'll see in a minute, the Simpson Bay side of the island. But on a very clear day, there's an island straight ahead that you can normally see. Hazy, you can see it, but I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing that old, I don't know what are those called, schooners. Love their pine trees. They're so cool the way that the pine needles stick straight up like that. I'll tell you a quick story about the pine tree. When we were here in 1999, it was my birthday, and we got stuck in a level 4 hurricane, and there was a pine tree that they had on the top of the hotel next to ours, and we have all these photos where first it has pine needles and it's lush, and by the end it's a stick. And we always got a big kick out of that, how you could see the progression of the storm. It wasn't exciting to be in, let me tell you. Well, it was exciting, but I wouldn't want to do it again. This is the view that everybody comes to the island to see. This is Simpson Bay, and it's farther away. You can see the causeway in the background, and this is the part of the island that Rich and I stay on. It's so much more developed than it was when we first started coming here. There are only a few, we'll call them roundabouts on the island. There aren't many stop signs, and the traffic progresses pretty quickly now. But I'll show you, this is what the traffic looks like on this road. This is the main thoroughfare, and it's always crazy busy with traffic. There are some cactus here, you can see it on the side of the hill, but mostly it's pretty lush and green, really pretty place. This is our favorite bakery on the island. It's on the French side, but I have a funny story to tell about this as well. The road is very close and the parking is even tighter, and we backed out one year and a man pulled into us and convinced us that we need to give him $200 to make the whole thing go away, and the police came but wouldn't help anybody, and it was, long story short, we gave him the $200 because we didn't know what else to do, and we were in a strange country. What else do you do? You don't know. We did it. Anyway, that's one of the things I think of when we come to the bakery. I just wanted to show you this. This is the part of the island that most of the people that have yachts dock them, well, put them in, I don't know, anchor them, I guess. You can't really see them. They're further east of us. But this is the back of our favorite bakery. And that hillside is where one of our friends lives. Maho Beach, and we're actually on Sunset. We're at the Sunset Beach Bar, but when we were here in the hurricane, we stayed in that tall orange building that says Sonesta. I'll try and zoom in. It says Sonesta on the top, and the waves were so high that they were coming up over the front and top of that building at the end of the beach. It was unbelievable. You can see how tall that is. Those waves were just blowing up over that building. It scared the crap out of us. And then that white building, the lower one, underneath the Sonesta, is where that tree was that I was talking about. Actually, there's a tree there now. You probably can't see it. But that's where the pine tree was that you couldn't see. It was a stick when we were done, when it was done. And the beach that's here was completely gone, as was that road when the hurricane was over. You can see somebody driving on it right now. here's the beauty of that road. That's at the very end of the airport. So we're going to see planes drop in out of the sky and land right there. And when they take off, they blow all these people on the beach. They blow them backwards from the jet thrust or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, all those people get sand and debris. They get blown all over the place, and they just love it. It's crazy. In the United States, you could never do it. But here, it's a standard thing, and everybody does it. I think it's why this is one of the best beaches and one of the best bars in the Caribbean, because of that aspect of it and how people just don't know what to expect. American Airlines, pretty big jet, taking off. Look at all the people running out there to get blown away. It's crazy. It's so funny though to watch. It's so dangerous. There it goes. You ready? Watch for what? And this is the other reason people come to the Sunset Bar. Because the sunsets are so beautiful. How you have that moment when you want to just see the perfect thing at sunset. Well, here it is. A beautiful sailboat coming right in front of the sun as it sets. Doesn't get much better than that. Make that your screensaver, huh? Gorgeous. This is what the traffic is like on St. Maarten. I don't know if you can see that those are all cars are backed up. We're at the end of the airport runway, and the cars are wrapped all the way around and down. Maybe the bridge was up and that's why it's backed up, but that's what traffic's like here, where you just sit for a while and then you'll go and then you'll sit for a while. You never know why. Sometimes it is because of the bridge, and sometimes there's no real reason that you're stuck for a long time. Some of the yachts I was telling you about, hard to see at dusk, but that's there's a lot of them. And they're parked all around the island. Some of them are huge. The ones on the left side, they're more in the center of the screen now. Those are some really, really big yachts. We're staying right there at the atrium. It's hard to get a photograph when you're driving. That's where we're staying. This is right in front. And I have to show you that something's never changed, and that is right in front of the atrium is Burger King. There you have it. can see it. It's completely sideways. It must be going into land at Phillipsburg Land. Land ho. I don't know. What do they call that? Anchor, I guess they call that. Anyway, it's a pretty big ship. So this is going to be the difference between 5 minutes and St. Maarten. You see how beautiful the sky is? And you can tell that there's an airplane going over. Okay, so I'm just going to pan around and you're going to see that's the difference between 5 minutes. Those clouds right there. Those are going to come over and it's going to rain like anything. And then it'll stop. And then it's back to beautiful again. There's a couple more yachts Rich and I are considering. No, you know I'm just kidding you. Beautiful though. It's been raining like the last hour. It's rained off and on, and now it's stopped. Look at that water. I mean, can you just? It's just so beautiful there. And look at that handsome guy. He's the cutest guy on the beach. Maybe I'll ask him for his number. Maybe I'll just take him home. I'll probably do that. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along with us and not doing any crafts for a little while, but just basking in the sun with us. It's been a lot of fun doing a little documentary while I've been on this trip. I've come down with friends before. On 2 different occasions we brought friends, but now I'm bringing all my internet friends with me, and so this is different and new and fun and exciting. So I'm glad you came along for the ride. So here I am in St. Maarten with Rich. We're just trying to wish you a Merry Christmas and tell you how much this year has meant to us. And thank you for all the support you've given us, and say thank you so much. Merry Christmas.